Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. There are more first, second, third, and fourth generation family businesses in New Hampshire than I ever knew. Take a look. 85% of all businesses in New Hampshire are family-owned, 66% of the New Hampshire workforce. And one of the state's multi-generational family businesses is Pleasant View Gardens in Loudon, a third-generation business, family-owned, national supplier of plants and liners to wholesale growers, garden centers, and landscapers, operates 30 acres of greenhouse and outdoor growing space in Loudon. And here's a look at their mega-sized greenhouse, 55,000 square feet. This is big business. But there's a place in New Hampshire where family businesses get together to talk to each other, trade war stories, and learn from each other. It's the CEO and Family Enterprise Center at the University of New Hampshire. Its specialty is family-owned and managed businesses in the state. Maine and Massachusetts, as well as New Hampshire, helps them navigate the challenges of family businesses, often together with their peers. So their director is Micheline Dufort of the CEO and Family Enterprise Center at the Peter Paul School of Business and Economics. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
And also Henry Huntington, who is the co-founder and CEO of Pleasant View Gardens that we just showed you in Loudon, and a third-generation family business. Welcome, Henry. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Fred. Nice to be here.
Henry, you run a family business with customers across the country, all from Loudon, New Hampshire. Micheline, you run a family business program at the University of New Hampshire to help businesses. But there are times when you guys get together and share whatever you need to share, right? Henry?
That's correct, yes. We've been a member of the Center for Family Business for almost 30 years.
Yep.
I believe we were one of the founding members, and it was a time when we were transitioning from my parents to my brother and I, so first to second generation, and it provided just valuable resources for us to be able to help us navigate through that transition.
Micheline, same thing.
And that's exactly what we're all about. We were founded by a number of family businesses that came together and wanted that place to come together and have resources served up to them and ideas and approaches and options for what they're facing. And that's why I think we have staying power, because although a lot changes, the complexities, the trends, the industries, family businesses at the core, there's uniqueness about them.
Their survival is a little bit better than the average business, I understand.
That is right. And so you had talked about some statistics there, and we hear those a lot. But if you stack that up to just typical business starts, family businesses have more staying power. And we like to think because that they do take on the adversity and they do take on the hard issues. They're well trained to do that.
Henry, how's the workforce situation? That is the issue for most businesses. I'm wondering if in a family, because you have family members, whether that's an issue.
Well, I know it certainly is for us. We have a large workforce and we're agriculture, so we flex through the year. So we flex up to over 300 people that are working for us in the winter and the springtime. So to find those people has been quite a challenge for us.
Yeah, so you're looking for people.
All the time.
Okay.
Yes. All the time. Yes, please.
A chance for you to say that to the audience here. Micheline, nationally, I'm going to look at some numbers here. Nationally, 2/3 of first-generation family businesses don't last to the second generation. 15% don't last to the third generation. Are you seeing more of or less of family businesses in New Hampshire continuing?
Well, it's just different. And as I said earlier, I think if you look at business starts, the family businesses are still ahead of the curve. And I think things change. The complexities have changed. And certainly, even the families that we talk to, where once upon a time it was an assumption that the next gen would just come in, of course. And now has changed the mindset. And we even have talked with you about this, is that family businesses encourage the next generation. Go out, work elsewhere, come in. And it's those sort of things that have changed that make that survival rate even better.
Henry, one of the issues is succession. You have several how many family members have you got?
There's 6 of us currently in the business.
So the idea is succession, and who's going to run the business after Henry?
That's a big question that we wrestle with all the time, and it's making sure that you have that longevity. The nice thing about a family business is you all have a similar mission and a similar goal of making this business succeed through the next generation and beyond.
Well, here's some contact information for the CEO and Family Enterprise business at UNH at the Peter Paul School. In case you want to get in touch with Micheline, and here it is up on the screen. I want to thank Henry Huntington of the Gardens and the Pleasant View Gardens in Loudon, and Michelin Dufort at the CEO and Family Business Enterprise Center at UNH. Nice to have you here.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
And if you missed part of this briefing, you can go to WMUR.com, where it will be posted all this week.